I'm a part-time seller on Poshmark. I also recently joined eBay and Depop, and here's what sold this week. I had a fantastic week, and I also had my first eBay and Depop sales. I have quite a few sales, so I'm just gonna read off of my sheet. I sold these cool pants on eBay. It was my first eBay sale. Sold for $39.99, $7 into it, so I profited $20.45. They were only listed for 2 days on that app. My second ever eBay sale was this flax linen shirt. It sold for $25. I accepted an offer on this shirt. I had $6 into it. It made me $13.71. I also had it listed for only 2 days on eBay. I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to show you guys the eBay and Depop sales, but this is my first ever Depop sale. These pants actually sold the same day that I listed them. I accepted an offer on them and they sold for $28. I had $7 into them and it made me $19.42. Moving on now to Poshmark, I sold these Anthropology Maeve pants. They were actually flawed. They were cut at like the bottom, but the buyers still bought them and gave me a 5-star review, so that's fantastic. Sold for $55. I had $7 into them, so it made me $41.04. I had them listed for 6 days. Sold these pair of Paige jeans for $21. I accepted an offer on them. They were a small size and they've been sitting for a while, so I did let them go for a little bit less than I wanted, but I just wanted to get a sale and get those out. Sold for $21. I had $9 into them. It made me $8.27. They were listed for 185 days. And speaking of Paige, these faux leather shorts from that same brand sold for $38. I had $6 into them. It made me $27.18. They were listed for 141 days. I accepted an offer for $20 on this vintage knit sweater. Sold for $20. I had $0 into it. It came from my own closet, so it made me $16.45. It was listed for 13 days. These Carhartt pants took 39 days to sell. They sold for $25. I accepted an offer on them, and I only had $1.40 into it. It was a very rare bins pickup for me. I've only ever been to the bins once because I do not live near one. And this pair of pants earned me $16.45. This is an item from my own closet, so I just let it go for an offer of $10, and I had $0 into it. It made me $8.06. It was listed for 131 days. This was another item that's been in my closet for so long, and I actually got a decent offer on it, so I'm pretty thrilled about it. It's this Brandy Melville skirt, sold for $13. I had $3 into it. It made me $4.89. It was listed for over 600 days.
We have some Clara Sunwoo liquid leather leggings, originally $98, on sale for $30. This is a heck of a deal if I do say so myself. I could see me eating those up if I was a lady, so you should definitely buy those.
They're already sold.
They're already sold.
All right, moving on. This Rails blouse sold for $38. I accepted an offer on this and I had $6 into it. It made me $27.37 and it was listed for just 22 days. This Ralph Lauren sweater has a great fabric content and it was a pretty good size, and honestly it's just really pretty. It sold for $25. I accepted an offer on this and I had $6 into it. It made me $15.15. It sold in 32 days. Picked up these North Face snow pants last season and I waited until the fall this year to list them. So they were only listed for about 45 days before they sold. I accepted an offer for $35. I had $7 into them. It made me $23.33. This is another old inventory item that I am so glad to see go. It was listed for over 600 days. It was just for my own personal closet, but I really wanted to get rid of it. It's just this New York & Company dress. I do not recommend picking this up. Again, it just came from my own closet. Sold for $12, and so I made $9.88. The last item that sold on Poshmark for me this past week were these Nike Air Jordan joggers. They sold for $45. I accepted an offer on them, only $5 off of the asking price, so I love when that happens. I had $5 into them. It earned me $34.70. They were listed for 155 days. So yeah, this week was a really great week for me. I had 2 eBay sales, 1 Depop sale, and then the rest were all on Poshmark. I still have just the best luck with Poshmark, but I'm excited to start getting all of my inventory onto those other platforms as well. So this past week, I sold 16 items. I made a total of $310.30. So my average profit per item is $19.39.